in the front row, so I went over there, sat in the front row with 2 or 3 other gentlemen, and then this guy gets up on the stand and says, anybody that is not interested in a 50-50 chance of survival, please get up and leave now. Join them. But basically, and you were always a volunteer. I mean, you always had the chance to say no. And only once in my life did I say no to an OSS suggestion. And I was to be used as a sort of liaison between the French underground and the Norwegian groups, and a couple of French groups that went in too. And there was one, we went in and we were to attack the town. And so we did attack. And I was behind one tank, and I advanced past the tank into this sort of gateway of this fortified town. And where I was safe for a while because the Germans couldn't shoot down at me, they couldn't aim. And they were shooting all over the place, and I turned around and for the first time realized I was all by myself. The other troops had decided they weren't going to advance. I never really did find out why, but all I know was that I was by myself. And they went in as a unit of 3. Now, these 2 groups generally operated in civilian clothes. My group had a choice, depending on the mission. Some missions we might go in as civilians. Other missions we would go in as in full uniform, let's put it that way, so that theoretically, if you were captured, you might not be immediately killed. But of course, the German High Command knew who we were, and they had sent orders that there was to be no mercy shown, and that if we were captured, we were to be examined and all the information gotten that they could get out of us, and then we were to be shot. It was literally hell because it was a lot different to operate there. And food, there was no food available. You had to live off the land, and there was nothing to live off. We survived actually on about a bowl of rice. We were supposed to be supplied by the year, but since everything was going on in Asia at that time, there were more important missions than some of our small groups that were going into unknown areas, so to speak. And the fact that there wasn't, you were living off the land, and there was no way you could keep yourself clean. There was no showers. There was, you know, if you bathed in the rice paddies, that's about the only way you could keep yourself clean, and that wasn't very clean because you know what they used as fertilizer in the rice paddies. Mm-hmm. So it was a difficult situation, and I had just about every disease known to man: yellow jaundice and amoebic dysentery. And I came out, I went back on a hospital ship and came back. I think I was 128 pounds.